A famed paranormal expert named Holzer once stated, "Ghosts have never harmed anyone except through fear found within the witness of his own doing and because of his own ignorance as to what ghosts represent." Since the origins of humanity, ghosts have instilled fear in all cultures and ethnicities of the world. Through biochemical, emotional, and social stimuli, fear manifests itself as a driving force behind the paranormal. There is no way to understand the human perception of paranormal without understanding the psychology that exists behind it.
To understand why humanity fears ghosts, it is first necessary to understand the psychology behind both fear and human perception of the paranormal. So what is fear? Fear is one of the most powerful and primitive human emotions that can be divided into two different stages, biochemical and emotional. The biochemical stage is an undeniably complex system that is also known as the fight-or-flight response. The fight-or-flight response plays a critical role in how human beings deal with stressful and dangerous environments. Biochemical responses to fear entail physical reactions like sweating, high adrenaline, and increased heart rate, and dilated pupils. The emotional stage has to do with one's perception of the environment and the quality of one's comfortability. In the emotional stage, there are certain people who embrace their fears. People like adrenaline junkies are able to perceive their situation as a positive moment and make the most of their situation. The emotional stage of fear is different from the biochemical stage. In the emotional stage is highly individualized and often personal, opposed to being a commonly shared response. So how does this relate to the psychology behind the paranormal?
The emotional stage of fear plays an important role in how humans perceive the paranormal. While emotional fear drives some to further investigate a situation, it also scares many away. A sociologist from the University of South Carolina named Barry Markovsky says, "The human mind seeks patterns to make sense of ambiguous information. Ghosts are almost always seen under ambiguous circumstances, such as in poor lighting, or when we're just waking up or falling asleep, and when our senses are not at their peak function." Markovsky further explains that people who believe in ghosts often put themselves in situations where seeing a ghost is a result with certain locations or phenomena. Human beings are curious individuals who often want to find an explanation for what happens around them. People have the same fear of walking into a house that is haunted as they would walking through a jungle that contains dangerous snakes and tigers, because of an innate fear of the unknown. A general feeling of discomfort is often associated with unfamiliarity, but to those adrenaline junkies, it is often just another reason for another pursuit. So where do social stimuli come into play?
Yet another aspect in the psychology of the paranormal results from religion and social values. Many religions contain beliefs about life after death that contribute to beliefs in ghosts and paranormal. Through associated ideas about reincarnation and life after death, the idea of ghosts and paranormal events become more of a familiar concept in religions and cultures. Word of mouth is an important element to consider in regards to how these beliefs are reinforced and spread through society. The retelling and passing down of stories has helped humanity further believe that the paranormal exists and often provides insight into what people were experiencing and believing at that point in time. Through pathos, ethos, and logos, people convince one another of paranormal existence.
There is no question that humanity fears ghosts. The better question is how and why. Through biochemical, emotional, and social stages of psychology, understanding why humans fear ghosts and the idea of where they come from becomes much simpler. Like Holzer stated, ghosts have never harmed anyone except through their own fear and ignorance. So the next time somebody is frightened by the paranormal, take a moment to consider, is it an actual ghost, or could it be a highly complex association of events and beliefs that have evolved into something much more?